Okay, let's talk about an exercise pretty much everyone has done at some point, the sit-up. It's in every gym class, every workout montage. But what if I told you that one of the most basic exercises in the world is not just kind of ineffective, but actually bad for you?
Sound familiar? That little ache in your lower back after you've cranked out a bunch of sit ups? We've all been told that's just the feeling of a good workout, right? Well, it's not. It's your body waving a big red flag. Your spine has been trying to tell you something, and it's about time we all started listening.
So let's get right into it. We're going to break down the three biggest reasons why the classic sit up is a total failure and why you should probably ditch it from your routine for good. First off, and this might surprise you, sit-ups are just inefficient. The whole movement is really just flexing your upper abs. But what about your lower abs? Well, they're pretty much just along for the ride. They don't get properly activated because a sit-up doesn't create the pelvic tilt needed to really switch them on.
How inefficient are we talking? Well, your lower abs are only getting about 20% of the work they should be. Just think about that. You're putting in all that effort, huffing and puffing on the floor for a measly 20% engagement in a huge part of your core. It's a massive imbalance. So then there's this. You get better at sit-ups. You go from 20 reps to 50, maybe even 100. But what have you really accomplished? You haven't actually built scalable functional strength. You've just gotten really good at doing a broken exercise. There's no next level. It's just more of the same flawed movement. And here it is, the big one, spinal compression. Every single sit-up you do forces your spine into flexion, basically grinding your discs together over and over again. Now, imagine doing that hundreds of times a week, thousands of times a month. This is exactly how chronic, long-term back pain starts. It's the kind of damage that just quietly builds up until one day, it's not so quiet anymore.
All right, so if the sit-up is officially canceled, what do we do instead? Let's talk about the solution. I want you to meet your new best friend for core training, the hollow body hold. This one exercise, it fixes all three of the problems we just talked about. But hey, don't just take my word for it. Let's actually put these two exercises in the ring together, head to head, and you can see for yourself why the hollow body hold is just plain smarter, safer, and way more effective for building a truly strong core. Just look at this breakdown. For core activation, the sit-up is all upper abs. The hollow body hold, full core engagement. For progression, sit-ups just mean more reps. The hold, on the other hand, scales with your actual strength. And the most important one, spine safety, we go from high, grinding compression to a totally spine-friendly position. I mean, it's not even a contest, right? It's a total knockout.
And this chart really drives the point home. Remember that sad 20% engagement for your lower abs with sit-ups? Well, look at the hollow body hold. It brings that engagement way, way up, closer to a balanced 50-50 split. Your entire core, upper and lower abs, has to fire together to hold the position. That's the total core tension we're actually looking for.
So, how does this exercise get harder as you get stronger? The secret sauce is a simple physics principle called lever length. All it means is that the more you straighten out your body, making the lever longer, the more force your abs have to generate to hold you there. This is what allows for real progression, not just more reps. Okay, enough theory, let's get practical. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do this thing, because getting the form right is absolutely everything. The setup here is key. First, and most importantly, press your lower back flat into the floor. You're trying to crush the ground with it. Step 2, lift your shoulder blades just a few inches up. That's what's going to fire up your upper abs. Step 3, extend your legs. And finally, the hardest part for most people, just hold it. And please, please remember to breathe normally. Seriously, don't hold your breath. Now, if you're brand new to this, no worries. This is your starting point. You're going to bend your knees and just keep your feet off the ground. By doing this, you're shortening that lever, making the hold way more manageable while you build that foundational strength. Just aim for a solid 10 to 20 seconds with perfect form. All right, feeling strong? Ready to level up? Now you're going to extend your legs straight out, maybe to a 45-degree angle. This creates that long lever we were talking about, and you'll feel your abs working like crazy. To make it even tougher, you slowly lower your legs closer to the ground. Your goal here is to hold for 20 seconds or more without your form breaking down. Now we have to talk about common mistakes, because if you get this wrong, you defeat the whole purpose. The number one mistake is letting your back arch. If you can slide your hand into the space under your lower back, you've lost it. Your abs have checked out. You have to press that back down so there is zero gap. Also, make sure your shoulder blades stay lifted and try to keep your neck relaxed and in a neutral position.
So there you have it. We've diagnosed the problem and we found a much, much better solution. This is really about rethinking your entire approach to core training. So once you've gotten good at the basic hold, what's next?
And listen, just because you can hold it for 30 seconds doesn't mean you've beaten the exercise. Oh no, that's where the fun really starts. You can start adding movement. Try log rolls, where you roll from side to side while staying in that tight, hollow position. Or hollow body rocks, where you gently rock back and forth. Now you're training stability and rotation, all without ever crunching your spine.
And that really brings us to the main takeaway here. All those years you might have spent grinding out hundreds of sit-ups, thinking you were building a strong, solid core, you weren't. You were just getting better at doing the sit-up. It's time to train smarter, not just harder. And this should lead you to a much bigger and maybe slightly scary question. If an exercise as foundational as the sit-up is so deeply flawed, what else in your routine might be wrong? What other common exercises are you doing that could be holding your back or even worse, slowly causing harm? It's time to get curious about everything.